Hi, I'm Healing Means. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a Backyard Shenanigans video. Ladies and gentlemen, I am out here today to finally do my experiment, trying to find out if my soil is good or bad or what's the deal. So I'm going to set up 2 containers with egg cartons, and 1 egg carton I'm going to have the soil that I sifted from my 5-gallon buckets that showed like little to no germination throughout the year. Not everything, but most things, especially my peppers and my cucumbers. And then in a separate egg carton, I'm going to have that same soil, but I'm going to add some of the compost that I got from the landfill earlier this month. So let me get that set up and show you what I'm working with. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday and I'm just trying to give you a few little clips of what I'm doing. This is one of my 1/8 inch mesh sifters that I modified. I already had the 1/8 inch on one side, but I put it on the other side, and then I left a little gap here so if I got extra stuff that gets stuck in between, I can get it out that way. So what I'm doing now is just taking the soil that I sifted through my 1/2 and 1/4 inch from all of the buckets. This is the same soil that's right here, and I'm trying to find out the mystery of why my pepper specifically, but some other plants did not even germinate in this soil. Now this is a mixture of old soil I had, the compost from the landfill from last year, and then some additives, you know, some vermiculite, perlite, azomite. I might have a little peat moss in here. You know, just a few things. They might even have like a little bit of fertilizer in here, but I'm sifting this through now through 1/8 inch to try to get as much particles and stuff as I can out of it. You'll see like just a little bitty like sticks and twigs and stuff. These things are big enough to get through the 1/2 and the 1/4, but they're not going to get through the 1/8. So I am like re-sifting this. I just dumped this out because this all is still going to be used. And then this is what I'm left with. This just very fine 1/8 inch. I'm going to do the same thing and sift out the compost that I got from this year from the landfill. I'm gonna sift out enough to fill another one of these containers. I have my egg cartons over on the table. You probably can't see them, but I got 2 egg cartons, and I'm doing the experiment. I'm gonna have 1 egg carton that's gonna just have this soil from my buckets, and then I'm going to have the other egg carton is going to have this soil mixed with the compost from the landfill that I got this year. And I'm just checking for germination. I'm not really trying to grow anything per se right now. I am going to pick things like root vegetables and leafy greens that would do well this time of year. But I'm not necessarily starting them or sowing the seeds to grow something. I'm checking for germination. I need to find out if it is this soil which has the compost from last year. If this is the problem, or if I get germination with this soil mixed with compost from this year's landfill. I'm just trying to figure some stuff out, and this fall and winter season is the perfect time for me to do that, so I'm ready by next spring. Okay, now I'm over here with the landfill compost that I got just earlier this month. And here's I make sure I got a different color container, same sifter. And I'm going to do the same thing. And hold on, y'all, because I'm working with one hand trying to show you this. But I am just going to sift up, and I don't need as much. As you can see, like this one over here, I filled it up to the top. And I think this has weighed in enough soil, because these are my 2 test aid cartons. So one of them will have just this soil in it, and then the other one will have this soil plus the compost. Oh, just right quick, I think I mentioned this in a community post or whatever, but I pretty much stripped down the this is the new cantaloupes. And see, I have these 2 cantaloupe right here. Both of them are at least partially split, and I think this one, yeah, see, this one is even like kind of mold a little bit. I just want to see if I could save seeds. They have a big old spider web right here, and I know what it is. It's those 8-leg spiders that group their legs together, so it look like they have 4 legs instead of 8. I don't know where it is, but the web is right here. If you could see it, you might not be able to see it. I totally cut down, so this is all of the stuff that I cut down. The majority of that is from this bed. And I told y'all I had like a little bitty lemon size cantaloupe that was growing, but I'm expecting that to die. I don't think this one will have any seeds in it. I pruned a lot of the beans. I didn't really prune that much of the tomatoes back there. I'm not gonna go back there, y'all, because you know, if you, as soon as you go looking into an area, you see stuff that you have to do, and then you don't get finished with the main project. So, and then here are, remember the 3 cantaloupe from the old bed, and these are small. They actually look like they started shrinking from the size that they were, but again, I'm gonna just check. Maybe this one might have some seeds in it, but I'm just checking. But this is, you know, I think I do have a goal of trying to eventually grow a winter cantaloupe. This is this tomato, y'all, that have just like taken over. I swear this thing doubled in size since yesterday. And then all of the yellow wax beans. I need to pick those beans, but first I have to find that spider and get rid of it, because y'all know I ain't even, nope. So before I get distracted, let me get back over here, and this will just take a little bit of time, but mainly, like I said, so we sifted, we brought the 1/2 and 1/4 inch sifter with us to the landfill. So this was sifted, you know, this was sifted already, and probably the majority of this will get through, but you see kind of like the little twigs and stuff like that, some of that stuff might not make it through. And I just want to sift at least like a half of this pan worth of compost, and then I'm going to fill up my cartons. I'm going to sow my seeds, and it'll be root vegetables and leafy greens. I'm going to see, I'm pulling it from the seed packs that I already have open. Y'all know how I do it, and especially because this is an experiment, just to kind of see what's going on. And see, you see what's left over. I'll just dump that back in a can, get the next scoop, and then just keep going with this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after I got my seeds and my tags and stuff ready, I have my 2 experimental egg cartons. This is the compost from this year's landfill, and this is the soil from out of my buckets where not that much stuff germinated. So I'm just gonna fill up, and y'all, I don't have a stand, so I'm doing this with one hand. I'm gonna have to come back and show y'all what I did. But basically, I'm going to fill up, let me say, I'll fill up this one with just the soil, and then I'm gonna mix some soil and compost, and then fill up the other one. And then after that, I'm going to sow some seeds. But y'all, I'm sorry, I only got one hand, and I need both of them to actually do this. So hold on, let's see if it's possible. No, no, that's not gonna work. You ain't really gonna be able to see, but basically, let me just give you a little. I mean, this is not like complicated or rocket science or nothing. I'm just doing a little experiment. So, like I said, just filling them up. I'm probably not gonna use every cell, and I have obviously a lot more soil than what I need. I'm only gonna use the cells that can, you know, like the ones in the middle. Probably so. Hold on, let's see. This is just really challenging to do with one hand, y'all. So, maybe, I don't know these. Oh, I don't even have a camera to show you kind of like what I'm pointing at. So, like maybe 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So these ones in the middle. So 12. So 12 in the middle, and I'll pick like the 12 in the middle. I might do a few extra or whatever, we'll see, but I'm gonna kind of focus on the 12 that's in the middle, y'all. So let me get these filled up and then I'll be back. All right, I went and got 2 more of these containers just to have something to put the egg crates in when I water, so stuff don't go flying all over everywhere. And then you see, so I matched up the colors. So the red one, this is the compost mixed with the bucket soil, and then the blue one is just the plain bucket soil. So I have an assortment of seeds, and since I'm only going to be filling 12 cells, y'all, and I think, let me see, I might end up doing a few extra, but whatever I do extra, I have tags. So I have at least 2 tags for each of the things. Just say for instance, so like this is the these are green beans, so I have 2 tags. I have 1 tag that's gonna go, you know, in the blue side, and 1 tag gonna go in the red side. Same seeds from out the same pack. I'm gonna mist them down, you know, and water them, keep them watered. They're gonna be outside. I don't have a greenhouse or anything like that, so everything gonna be outside in the elements, and we're just gonna see how this goes. So let me sow these seeds and put the tags in the little slots, and then I'll show you what I've done when I finish. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have finished this red tray. Again, are the seeds that have the 5-gallon bucket soil mixed with the landfill compost that I got from the landfill this year. And then the blue is just the 5-gallon bucket soil, and that consists of the landfill compost that I got last year, plus some old soil, and plus some amendments. So the red has everything that the blue has, plus compost from this year. And what I'm trying to do is solve the mystery of if I have bad soil or not. I don't think I have bad seeds, because I took a lot of these same seeds to the community garden, and they all germinated in the Jiffy starting mix. That's what we used over there. But as you can see, I have a wide array of seeds, and the same thing that's in the blue is the same thing that's in the red. I took the front tray and I did all spinach, because it usually take me a bit, you know, to get a good harvest of spinach. So I did 2 seeds in each of these 3 front rows for the spinach, or these 3 little egg cubicles. And all the rest of them I planted between 2 and 4 seeds. But y'all, working with these small seeds, I might have 2 seeds, I might have 5. You know, it just depends. And this, of course, is an experiment. I'm not really looking for growth to harvest as much as I'm just looking for germination. I have to figure out what the deal is, because I have a whole garbage can and wheelbarrow full of the 5-gallon bucket soil. And then I have 4 trash cans of the landfill compost that I got this season, just a few weeks ago. I need to figure this out. So today, this is just, more for my record than anything. But today is November 30th. Yep, today is Saturday, November 30th. Y'all, did y'all see that Michigan upset over Ohio State? I'm just saying. So Ohio State number 2 got beat by, I believe, an unranked Michigan at that. So anyway, for y'all college football fans. So this is my little Timu water sprayer. I made sure I had it on the mist, and I'm gonna come back out here later on today, maybe 2 more times, and mist it up again, because the 5-gallon bucket soil was already kind of moist, but the compost, it wasn't. You could see like the compost is really dry. It was really dry. And even though I mixed it with the 5-gallon bucket soil, I still just want to make sure that all of the seeds are the soil, is moist. I don't want that to be a reason why stuff didn't germinate. So let me just go through in case you can't see it. I have Burpee stringless bush beans, Detroit beets, Calabrese sprout and broccoli, Snowball X cauliflower, Georgia Southern collards, Premier blend kale, American flag leek, I think is Southern giant curl mustard, Spanish white onion, Spanish yellow onion, sugar snap peas, mixed color Swiss chard, and then Bloomsdale spinach. And it's the same thing over here. So y'all, that's it. This tomato. So what I was supposed to do was take this tomato and kind of wind it into this right here, just to like help it stand up. And I see I'm gonna have to do that because it's already, like leaning way over. This actually looks like it is, this looks like it's a beefsteak. Yeah, it looked like a beefsteak type tomato. But I'm gonna find out, y'all. I need to know where that spider is, because I do not see it. And before I go to messing around, y'all, because I don't know how big the spider is, I don't know where the spider is, and I need to figure all of that out. But I'm gonna stake up the tomato. Everything is looking healthy. I got to get these yellow wax beans too. Some of them I'm gonna let dry out and save the seed. The same thing for my green, my pole beans. You can see right here. Some of these, I'm gonna let go to seed. I got plenty. I got a nice little amount. And then the tomato, you can see now my tomatoes starting to come in. The beefsteak sized tomatoes and the cherry tomatoes. Oh, look like I got one cherry tomato over there is looking a little orange. So I have those starting to come in. But like I said, today is not the day to be messing with all of that. I'm gonna come out here, water these down a couple more times today, and I'm gonna make sure I water them every day. I like that I do have them in the egg carton, because this egg carton is a paper product, so it'll help retain some moisture. And the fact that this is in, these plastic bins, plastic bowls, hopefully that'll help to retain some of the water in the bottom of the container. We'll see. Y'all, these whole things with my flowers, I'm getting ready to dump all of this soil with all these different flower seeds that didn't germinate. I'm gonna put them in like one container, a little 3-gallon, 5-gallon bucket or something like that. I'm gonna just throw all of it in together with some more soil. I'm gonna throw some more flower seeds in it, and I'm gonna see. I'm gonna hope that it germinates. Maybe I'll put some of that compost, make some of this compost in with it, because I do want flowers. I didn't really mean to come over here because all of this is in disarray. I've been moving like a lot of stuff around. So this is the soil. Now you can see the difference in, this is the soil sifted through 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch, and you can see they still have, like, you can see like the perlite and stuff in there. You can see some of these little small little twigs and branches and stuff like that. You can see that in there. But then when I sifted through my 1/8 inch, you know, you don't see hardly any of these. The only time something like this get in for the 1/8 inch is when, like, it come off the side, because sometimes my sifter don't cover the entire side of the container, so you might see some of that. But for the most part, it is like silky fine. And there's a lot of earthworms in here too. They got a lot of earthworms in this wheelbarrow, and I keep it that way. Every time I fill up a 5-gallon bucket, I make sure I put at least like 4 or 5 worms in there, and they do their thing. This is the Keystone Giant that's still growing. I have like 2 or 3 little small, maybe nickel size peppers that's trying to come in. This is the Purple Beauty. This one is gonna go to the grave. I know I said that before, but it's gonna go to the graveyard. 15-gallon pot, and then I'll, you know, sift this one. So this is the last bucket to sift, because this one have stuff growing in it, and then this one have all of those volunteer onions growing in it. And y'all, they sure did come in handy, and they've been coming in handy for my dishes. I know y'all really can see the lemons now. I know you see like all of those lemons, and we pretty much just been picking them as we need them. I was thinking about like picking them all off and putting them in a little container and showing them and all of that, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna pick them as I need them. Now if they start falling off, you know, showing that they overripe, then I'll go ahead and bring them all in. But other than that, I'm just gonna leave them. They okay. They're not hurting nobody. They're not bothering nobody. I took some of the tags from the stuff that I had growing over here to go to my little experimental thing over there. But you can see some stuff like the collard is growing. I got some mustards growing, little kale growing. They have some stuff. This is cabbage back here. That's growing pretty good. This was, let me see, what was this? Because I took the tag. I forgot, but I got some little stuff in here. Not too much. This was the Swiss chard, and it actually looked bigger than what it was before, and something else is popping up. But I don't really expect anything. Like, all of this was the leeks and onions, you know, and if that stuff haven't germinated, if it haven't grown or whatever by all this time, it's not going to do nothing. And, you know, I don't mind. Look at there. But look at the little spinach. The little spinach starting to come up. The spinach is just real slow. I just got to be real patient with the spinach, you know. But once it finally come in, look at a few little carrots. A few little carrots coming in. But yeah, that's, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Click that notifications bell. Make sure it's set to all. Like, comment, and share with everyone you know. And until next time, be safe, be well, and be blessed.